A new social media platform puts the power in the hands of the fans. The Fanbase app allows users to follow and subscribe to their favorite content creators. Even better, this thing is Black-owned. Creatives use the site the same way you would use any other social media platform, but you can also create exclusive subscription-only content, and it's got a special feature that allows users to dole out small tips as many times as they want. Joining me now is the Fanbase founder, the man himself, Isaac Hayes III. And yes, in case you didn't know from his face, and you'll hear in a minute his voice, he is the son of singer, songwriter, and actor Isaac Hayes. My brother, thanks so much for joining me on the Grio. Fanbase sounds amazing, I gotta tell you, man. Amazing for the fans and amazing for the content creators. In the world of YouTube and Patreon and all this other stuff, though, I gotta ask you, man, what's the secret sauce that makes this stand out?
I think it's our model that is kind of straightforward to subscription and bypassing ads. Most of these platforms that have existed over the last 20 years have built their war chest of revenue off ads, and we didn't want to do that. I wanted to start out with something that I think was straight direct to consumer, that was disruptive and allowed people to make money from anywhere on the planet, from one person to another person creating content.
That's an interesting idea, man, because it's one thing that a lot of us hate on social media apps is the ads. Like, we don't want no parts of that. So this actually makes things a little bit easier. Now, help me understand the model for creators. Is this going to be
the model
like an Instagram thing?
Well, it's a social media platform that anybody can use. It has similar functionality to all the social media platforms, but the difference is we developed in-app purchase to person-to-person subscription. Meaning, before 2019, you couldn't pick up your phone and click a button and scan your face and subscribe to a person like you subscribe to Netflix. And so since then, all the other social media platforms have followed what Fanbase has done and added subscriptions. So if you see subscriptions anywhere on TikTok, Instagram, just understand that those came from Fanbase. That's where we kind of carved that market out for ourselves. And we're a younger platform. And so the model is that 95% of the people that follow you are not your fan base. Those people are nosy, they're mildly interested, or they're just haters. But that 5% of people that follow you is your fan base. And if you monetize those individuals, you can turn that into a scalable business that you can consistently grow month over month over month and really make more money than you could do any other job that you have right now.
Oh, man, you got me looking around, man. I'm getting itchy with the trigger finger here, man. That sounds like a good idea. But what kind of content do I got to put out there? When people think about Instagram, they think about the quick updates. They think about the short video. When they think about YouTube, they think of long-form, well-produced content. What kind of stuff are people putting out on Fanbase?
Well, they're putting the same thing that they're putting on every other social media platform, except they're getting paid for it. I think there's been this idea pushed for the last 20 years that your content doesn't have value, but it does because they're running ads in between it. So the same content, the same photos, the same videos, same dances, same skits that you're doing on all these other platforms, you could put that content behind a paywall. And not everybody, but again, 5% of the people that follow you will subscribe to that content. And I think that's the way that you're monetizing.
And that can be long form stuff too then. So I could run like 10-minute mini docs of or 5-minute shots of me singing Luther Vandross's hits.
Hey, 100%. Fanbase has a section of the platform we call Fanbase Plus. And then you can post up to 2 hours worth of long form content. So you can post a TV show, a documentary, a movie, a tutorial, a podcast. It doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I love that, man. Now, one thing you did was credit 3 Black women with helping you get this off the ground. And since you've hit your $10 million goal in crowdfunding, are you looking for more investors and more Black women maybe? I don't know. I mean, talk to me about the model.
Yeah, so what I was able to do is raise $10 million in equity crowdfunding, which is the first time a Black man has ever done that in the Reg CF section of the law. And so that's money from the general public. So I think it's great that young Black people, older people, anybody around the planet actually has equity in Fanbase and ownership in the company that they actually use. And so we will at some point be doing a Series A round. I can't necessarily announce when it is, but in the equity crowdfunding portion, you actually have to remain kind of quiet about that if we do it again, I'll make sure that everybody knows, because I always want to keep that lane open, because I think it's more power to the people. It's not going directly to VCs, and I don't have a problem with VCs. except the fact that in the beginning of a startup, sometimes the deals can be predatory and not to the best advantage of the startup. And I see a lot of my colleagues and friends have had a lot of issues with venture capital, even just being black and not even getting the funding in the first place. And so this direct to individual people investing in Fanbase, and the minimum was $245 at the time to invest in that. And we've gone from a $20 million valuation to a $50 million valuation to an $85 million valuation, and that was a year ago. And so we'll continue to grow the company, raise capital, and continue to build the best product out there for everybody to monetize.
Man, look, you are doing amazing work here. I'm so impressed. I've watched this from day one, and a lot of people were naysayers. A lot of people were among that 95% of people that be the haters, man. But I believed in you, and more importantly, you believed in you, man. You have an amazing legacy. Your last name carries a lot of weight in our community, and you have carried that legacy forward with this historic venture, man. So I'm proud of you. I'm grateful for you, my brother, and I can't wait to watch this app grow even more. Isaac, thanks so much for joining me. Everybody, make sure you support this platform. There's plenty of other platforms that you might be on, but always support your own at the same time.